Well, hello, and I hope you're doing well. Are you doing well? I hope you are. Rodney Walker here, aka Mr. Grant Money, here to help you get that moolah with some bright ideas to help you to win. Are you ready to win? I hope you are. I've got some information that I'm going to share with you today. It's going to help you to win more. Yes, we don't want to just win one time, right? We want to win again and again and again. Yes, we will occasionally take some L's. In fact, we probably take a lot of L's, but we turn those L's into W's, into wins. When we dust ourselves off, don't take it personal. Realize that we've got to gain some valuable lessons from the L's. And once we grab those L's and turn them into wins, then again, my friend, you begin to smile. You begin to grin. Why? Because now you got a win in your column. And I want to see you get some more wins in your columns. I want you right now, put your name in, put your name over in the corner. Let me know where you're coming from. I hope you're doing good. Today, I am going to give away the raise more funds affirmation. Somebody is going to leave with that today. So I want you right now, put in the chat where you're coming from. I'm coming from today. I'm coming from the LA area. So I just got to put in LA. You put yours in the chat. Let me know where you're coming from. And we're going to have a good time. I've also got some treats for you. I'm going to be sharing with you today. Here's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I got something really exciting I'm going to be sharing with you today. I'm going to be sharing with you how not to be doing grant writing with blindfolders on. Some of you right now, you're doing grant writing. You kind of look like Stevie. You look like Stevie or maybe Ray Charles with your grant writing efforts, okay? And I don't want you walking around doing grant writing with blindfolders on. I'm going to be sharing with you how to do grant writing in such a way that allows you to do it at a high level, but not just at a high level, how to do it in a way that is attracted to funders. Not every type of grant proposals are attracted to funders. There are some that funders it makes funders want to go to sleep. We don't want funders going to sleep on our proposals. I don't want you submitting any grant proposals that are duds. And what I mean by duds, I mean those that should have never ever been written before. Have you ever written a proposal that you look back at and say, man, why did I even submit that proposal? That was a dud. I don't want you submitting any duds, okay? I want you to do it the Mr. Grant Money way. And the Mr. Grant Money way means that your proposal is going to come in with some style, some finesse. It's going to be your very best. We don't want to submit proposals that are not our very best. I want you to submit a proposal that is your very best. But for it to be your very best, you got to put your best foot forward. What does that look like? Okay. What does putting your best foot forward look like? It's not you just submitting any old kind of thing like, oh, I got it in on time. Okay, great that you got it in on time, but did it make the impact that you wanted it to make? Did it have the finesse? Did you do all the other things that you should have been doing to help make your proposal stand out? And over and above that, did you do all those other things that you should be doing as it relates to grants to help you to win? Because sometimes the difference between winning a competitive grant versus losing can be a small difference. Many times people are not willing to put in the extra effort. Oh, yes, I did say that. Okay. Extra effort to help themselves to be positioned to win. I'm wanting you, my friend, to put in the extra effort so that you can win. But in order for us to put in the extra effort, we need to know what kind of effort we should be putting in. Okay. I got some guests that just came into my living room. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the likes that you just gave. Make sure while you're here that you put where you're coming from. If you're coming from, I don't care where you're coming. You may be coming from the moon. Put on the moon. Okay. Just write down. Let me know where you're coming from, because I want to be able to greet you. I want to be able to welcome you in on today. I'm going to be sharing with you 5 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you need to know right now to help you to not be doing grant writing like Ray Charles. Okay. I don't want you doing all this. I want you to know exactly what you're doing. In fact, here's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be sharing with you how to do grant writing with SIGHT. Okay. That's going to be our acronym for the today. It's going to be SIGHT. And I'm going to be sharing with you what stands for, okay? It is an acronym of what you should be doing with your grant writing. If you're not doing it, most likely, if you're not doing these 5 things, that means that you are not doing grant writing with sight, which basically may mean that you might be doing grant writing like Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, okay? I don't want you doing that. I want you to do it with sight, okay? And I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how to do that. Now, if you haven't already heard, Mercy, welcome back. Mercy, I saw your comment on yesterday and glad that you came and decided to come and hang out again. Thank you for being here on today. If you haven't heard, there's some resources that have hit the marketplace, and I want you to at least be aware of it. If you haven't heard, I've got a couple of books that are in the marketplace right now. These are some powerful gems that will help you to win. One is called Harvesting Hope, the Global Odyssey of Mr. Grant Money. And I want you to know about it because there are lessons that you can learn right now that will help you to win. Okay. These are lessons that will help you to win and strategies that I've taken the time in my team to put in writing so that you can grab it and start applying yourself with some of the things that it says so that you can win more. You know, I'm going through a book right now, and the book that I'm going through right now, it's so powerful. I love it. You can spend what, 10, 20, $30 or so on a book and then get some life-changing information. And that's what's happened to me today. I'm going through this book and I'm getting some good information. And I'm saying to you, hours upon hours upon hours have been spent in these books. And now you get a chance to take a little information. And once you apply that information, you never know what changes can happen for you. Okay. You never know what changes can happen. So I want to encourage you, go check those out. If you haven't checked out the other one is Grantopoly. Okay. Now, the first one I just got through telling you about is also available on Audible. So go check it out on Audible. I believe if you look down in the link section, you can see both of those and get access to those. Okay. Now, as promised, I'm going to share with you those 5 things that give you sight with your grant writing. No more blindfolders. Okay. Yes. Can you drive your car with blindfolders? You can, but I wouldn't advise. Okay. Can you walk down the street with blindfolders? Yes, you can. I wouldn't advise it. Okay. Can you walk on a plank from one building to the next? It may be it may be a wide plank, but can you walk across it with blindfolders? Yes, you can, but I wouldn't advise it. Okay. So can you do grant writing with blindfolders on? Yes, you can, but I would not advise that. So what do I mean? What do you mean, Rodney? Over here talking about this blindfolders things. Okay. Here's what I mean. When you're writing grants, hey there, Cynthia. Glad you could make it on today. Thank you for joining me. When you're doing grant writing and you have blindfolders, by the way, Cynthia, where are you coming from? Is this Cynthia from yesterday? I believe you might have been, no, Cynthia might have been here yesterday. Let me know where you're coming from, by the way. Welcome to the living room, the grant writing living room. So what do you mean? So what do you mean when we say writing with blindfolders? Okay, so here's the thing. Writing with blindfolders is literally you writing and doing grant writing that is less effective because you can't see everything that needs to really be done and that the funder will greatly appreciate. Okay. Thank you, Mercy. Thanks for saying hi. You really don't know. So if you have blindfolders on, my friend, that keeps you from being able to write your proposals the most effective way. Now, when people are doing blindfold grant writing, oftentimes they're just submitting their grants to the funder. They have not taken the time to factor in all of these other very, very important things that should be considered. And let me tell you what I mean by that. I'm going to give you some examples to make this as easy as possible for you just to comprehend and to say, man, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Here's the first one. Do you like walking down the street and having somebody every 2 minutes ask you for money that you don't know? No, you don't. You cross the street. In fact, when you see him, what do? You cross the street. Let me go on the other side. Okay. Why? Because you don't want everybody and their grandma asking you for money that you don't even know. Okay. So here's one simple tip for you today. Here's just one simple tip for you today. Please answer the question for me. Why are so many people writing grant proposals, going to funders with their hands out, and they haven't taken the time to develop a relationship? They're just saying, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me money. No, no, we don't, I don't even know you. Okay. I don't even know you. Now, which is easy? Which one is easier? Is it easier for someone to get money from you that knows you or somebody that does not know you? Okay. Doesn't take a rocket science, right? It doesn't. So it's people that know you that are more likely to get funding from you. Okay, now, is this making sense? Just let me know. Put a Y if it's making sense. Put an N. If not, I'll go into more detail if I need to explain this even more. But just put a Y if it's making sense, an N if it's not. I just want to know that you're connecting. Okay, thank you, Cynthia. Let me know over there, Mercer. Let me know, those of you, the others that are here. Okay, those other of you that are here, let me know where you're coming from, by the way. I want to know. I want to welcome you to my grant writing living room. Okay, now, so if we know that it's easier to get money from somebody that already knows us, then why aren't we taking the time to build that into our grant writing efforts? Why? As I said earlier, people are not willing to go the extra mile oftentimes. I'm hoping that you're here because you're the type of person that wants to go the extra mile. I'm hoping you're the type of person that wants to be exceptional. Yes, why? Hear me well. Why simply be average when you can be exceptional? Do me a favor, write this down. Okay, so Mercy said no, it wasn't making enough sense. Mercy, I'm going to have to make it a little bit more sense. Too many people. Let me tell you, here's what the numbers are, Mercy. 80 some odd % of people that I've trained, and we've done trainings nationwide. When I've trained them, some that have already been writing grants for a number of years. Some of them are just simply submitting their proposals without knowing the funder. So what happens, let's say, for instance, 100 grant proposals are going to funder, 100 grant proposals. I can safely bet that 80% or more will not have developed a rapport, a relationship with the funder. What they will do, Mercy, is they will simply submit that proposal to the funder, and that is the equivalent of me not knowing you, seeing you on the street, dropping down to one knee, pulling out a ring, and almost cranking out a tear and saying, will you marry me? What? I don't know you. You don't. Who are you? In fact, step back. Your breath stinks. I don't even know who you are. Okay. We don't want to do that. All right. We don't want to do that. Trust me. Hey, trust me, guys. We don't want to do that. Okay. That scares somebody. They're calling the cops. Hey, come get this person. Just ask me to marry. I don't know this person. Okay. That's the way your grant proposals come off when it goes to a funder that you've not communicated with, but all they know is you're coming saying, hey, marry me in my project, or you're saying the equivalent of gimme, 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 both of which makes me want to shut the door on you. Now, Mercy, I'm back. Does that make sense, Mercy? Okay. Lord have mercy around here. Does that make sense? Talk to me. I see, who's that? Is that Caletta? Did I say that right? Caletta? I'm not sure. I may be pronouncing it wrong. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. So I'm going to say Miss Ponder. Okay. How are we doing over there? Okay. Glad that you could be with me on today. I'm hoping that this is making sense. Okay. Mercy said it makes sense. Whew, Lord have mercy. I'm glad it makes sense. John, welcome. Glad you're here, John. Okay. Thank you for joining me on today. John, where are you coming from? Miss Ponder, let me know where you're coming from. I'm glad you understand the concept. Okay, who else is here? We got Dr. B, Dr. Bob, BJ Norm. Thank you for being here, Barbara. I'm glad you're here. Now, guys, let me know where you're coming from again, and I want to make sure that what I'm saying is making sense. The bottom line is you got to communicate with the funder. This is not just asking for money in the form of a written proposal. Yes, we do that, and yes, even with that, we're going to do that at the highest level. We're going to do it in such a way where we're doing an exceptional job of it, okay? So we don't want to cut no corners over there. However, I don't want to do grant writing with blindfolds on. And if I don't have the full scope of the picture, that I'm doing grant writing with blindfolders on. Now, I'm going to give you 5 things. I want you to grab some paper right now. Grab some paper. Okay, got John coming out from MA. Welcome again. Here's what I want you to do, guys. I want you to write these 5 things down. If you don't have these 5 things, if you're not doing these 5 things, you're doing grant writing with blindfolders on it. I don't want you to do that. Listen, I already told you earlier, I showed you my book, a couple of books that we got that's out on the market. This helps you not to do grant writing with blindfolders on, okay? We've got at least 3 more in this series that's coming out real soon. So I want to make sure you take advantage of that as well, because my goal is to share with you principles and tips. And what we've done with the amazing adventures of Mr. Grant Money is we've done it in an entertaining way. Because sometimes you start talking about grant writing, the topic can be, if you don't put a wig on that pig, listen, we're going to make that pig sexy, okay? So we're putting a wig on that pig, throwing some lipstick on it, little eyelash or something to make that pig sexy. And so what I'm sharing with you and what we've done in these books have helped you to learn about grant writing, and we have an audio version, and we do it in an entertaining way so that you get the principles so that's easy for you to digest, okay? Now, I'm going to be sharing with you these 5. Let me give you the first one right now. The first one is coming to you from the letter S, and I see that Miss Ponder is coming from Washington, D.C. How are things in D.C.? I hope you're doing well out that way. The first one, though, today, guys, is coming to you from the letter S, okay? Now, S stands for something, and I want to see who can help me to strategize that. I got somebody coming from H-Town around there. Who's that? Sharice? Miss Bowman, glad you could be with me on the day, coming from H-Town. Hope things are going well out in Houston. I'm from part of Texas as well, not H-Town, but from D-Town, from Dallas, okay? And that's my neck of the woods, all right? So here's the thing. That S, let's talk about this S. Let's see if you can guess what this S is. The S that keeps you from doing grant writing with blindfolders. Give it a stab. And here's what I want to do. Give it a stab. Give it your best guess. What do you think this S is? Okay. Now, I want you to stick around, because when we get to the H, remember, I'm going to give you sight today. Okay. Sight. You're going to get some sight today. Okay. Once you get your sight, when I get to the S, I'll be dealing with S right now. SIGH. When we get to H, whoever gets that H, you, my friend, are going to be walking away with the raising more funds affirmations. These are affirmations designed to help you to raise more funds. Okay. So talk to me. What do you think that S is? Any guesses? Just take a wild guess. Put it in the chat. Let me know what you think it is, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I got an S. Mercy come in. Mercy come in, knocking home runs out of here. Good job, Mercy. Yes, the S is for strategy. It's for strategy. Yes, I got John. Also, John echoing that same thing. Yes, it's strategy. Thank you, John. Okay, so we have strategy. Now, what do you think I mean when I say you've got to do grant writing with strategy? Okay, what do you think I mean when I say you got to do it with strategy? Because we've got to do it. Maybe somebody type something up if you know what you kind of have an idea if you think you know what I mean when I say strategy. And will somebody help me out? Help me out over there, please. Miss Ponder, are you still there? Please help me out. Go to Google for me. Will you go over there right now and type in strategy and see what the definition is for strategy? And please put that in the chat for me. Help me out on that. Yes, I need help. You're helping me out today, okay? Now, while she's getting that definition, and we'll give her 30 seconds to get that, hopefully, and type it in and put in the chat for me. While she's getting that, I want to talk to you about strategy and why it's important. Now, let's go back to the example of what I gave you earlier. What did I say earlier? I said, we don't want to just go and propose to somebody on the street corners. What kind of guy? Here you are walking down the street. I don't know you, and you just drop to one knee, ask me to get married. Oh, get out of here, okay? So we got to have some strategy. So in the dating game strategy, okay, at least let me go to first base. At first base, maybe just having a conversation, right? because we're trying to work our way around the bases. The second base may be eventually getting that person's telephone number, right? Okay, it's some strategy in it, okay? It's not just, hey, marry me, and it's the same way with your grant proposal. We don't want to just simply say, hey, give me money, even though over 80% of the people right now applying for grants, that's what they're doing. I saw a request for proposal. So guess what they did? I saw a request for proposal. Okay, so I propose. Get out of here. We don't want to do that. We want to have more finesse. We want to give our best. And what I'm sharing with you right now, friends, are ways for you to give your best. Is this making sense? If so, just drop a Y for yes or drop N for no. You gotta let me know. Now, I didn't get that definition? Okay, you can't find. Oh, you on your phone? Ah, she's on her phone. Okay, no worries, no worries. Somebody's gonna help you out. Dr. B, Dr. Barbara, Barbara? Are you? We need a doctor over there. Can you get that definition for me? I got somebody else. Who's that? I got that. Sharice. They're saying capital. Okay, capital. Okay. So what do you mean by capital? I'm trying to understand what you mean by capital. Oh, capital Y. Capital Y. It's making sense. Okay, great. Thank you. I figured it out. I was a little slow on that one. Okay. So we got strategy. Somebody, anybody, get me that definition real quickly. So I want to see what they're saying about strategy. Now, okay, got it. A plan. Okay, Sharice is giving me a plan of action or policy designed to achieve a major or overall aim. Now, thank you for giving me that definition. I appreciate it. Here's the deal. We've got to have aim in our grant writing. Too many people don't make me cry around here. You're gonna make the grant writing gods cry. Okay, don't make the grant writing gods cry. Why are they crying? Because you're doing grant writing without an aim. Now, what I mean by without an aim, I talked about this on yesterday in yesterday's video. Too many people are doing grant writing and they don't have a goal. They don't have a goal for the overall grant writing efforts. You ask them, how much money are you guys raising this year? How much money are you guys attempting to raise this year? As much as we can. Okay. Is that your answer? For real? As much as you can. Okay, that's good. I want you to do as much as you can, but is that your answer? They don't have a concrete goal. Hey, Bethany, Grand Rising, glad you could be with us. We talked about this on yesterday. They don't have a goal. They haven't written down how much money they want. Okay. So we've got to get a goal in writing. We don't want to have it just in our mind. We don't want to just say, oh, I'm something. No, get out of here with that. We've got to have aim, okay? Strategy helps us to have aim. It helps us to think through what is going to be the best way to do what I'm planning on doing, okay? So let's get some strategy. Now, how does that correlate with our grant writing? Remember, grant writing is more than just writing. We have the written part with our proposal, but we want to be strategic in it. We want to ask ourselves questions. Let me give you another idea. Just one other simple idea as it relates to strategy. We know our proposals become 10 times better once we have stories, because humans are wired for stories. Okay, they're wired for stories. So if you're doing grant proposals and it's storyless, you need to add to your strategy some ways to get some stories. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Listen, I'm throwing out gems. If you take these little gems that I'm giving you right now, it's going to help you to get some slam dunks. Now, some of you, here's one strategy. Some of you need to be getting some strategic actions that will allow you to do this at a higher level. And one of your strategy may be to come to my next training. We got one coming up on July the 2nd. July the 2nd and the 3rd. You may want to check that out over at grantcentralusa.com, but more on that later. Let's get back to these 5 things I'm going to give you. So first, we got to get strategy, okay? Think in terms of strategy when you think about your proposal. The second thing, I. The second one is coming to you from the letter I. Any guesses about what this I is, okay? Let me see who can guess what this I is. We've got strategy. We got to get the I, we got to get the G, the H, and the T. This is, again, remember, what's my goal? My goal is to keep you from doing grant writing like Ray and to help you get some sight. So that's what the acronym is for today, sight, okay? Now, what do you think the I is? Any guesses? Come on around here, Cynthia. Let me know what you think over there. Sharice, talk to me. John, talk to me. Bethany, let me know. Dr. B, let me know. Come on, let me know what you think. Mercy. Have mercy over here. Let me know what you think. Okay, write down, give some ideas. Okay, I got intention. I like intention. Intention is a good one. We could have used intention. Intentionality, being very intentional, is a good one. It's not my answer for today. I got Sharice with information. I like information. That's good. It got Bethany with insight. These are all good eyes that could be perfectly used as well. Not the answer for today that I have, but good eyes. Okay, John, you haven't given me a response yet. I'm waiting for you. Talk to me. Talk to me over there, Miss Ponder from Washington D.C. Please let me know what your guess is. Don't leave me hanging over here. Okay, I saw somebody the other day. It was so funny. Person had a handshake, and the person left them hanging. The hand was just hanging. Don't leave me hanging over there. Okay, imagination. I like imagination. I love imagination because I believe that we need to use imagination in our efforts. However, that's not the one that I have for today. Good guess. Okay. Interest. Okay. I got interest. That's a good guess as well. Okay. All these are good ones. We definitely want to hold the interest of the reader in our grant proposal. However, my answer, John gave me information. Okay. Thanks, John, for submitting that. Here's the answer. Can I get a drum roll, please? Okay. That was my homemade drum roll. Okay. The answer is innovation. Innovation. Yes, the answer for today is innovation. So if we're going to do grant writing with some sight, we want to do it with some innovation. Too many organizations are submitting these stale, crusty, rusty, need some lotion having grant proposals. Okay, we don't want to do that. We've got to use some innovation. And if you are a grant professional working with organizations, sometimes you need to be honest with them and tell them, hey, you need some lotion. Yes, you need some lotion on those ashes over there. Why? Because what they're offering is ashy. Does this make sense? When I'm talking about ashy, I mean it's what funders want to be. Listen, funders want to be supporting something that has like the word you guys use, like Bethany used earlier, that has some imagination to it, that has some finesse to it, that has some innovation. Sometimes we need to take some of these old programs and repackage them and make them better, make them more effective, make them sexier, make them more attractive in that it's not the same old, same old. Why are we funding the same old, same old? Why are we doing the same old programs? Okay. So what happens, we distinguish our proposals once we started bringing innovation. Things are constantly changing. Things are improving. Things are getting better. So if these things are getting better, should our proposals be getting better? Yes. Let me answer that for you. Yes. Okay. So innovation. If anybody is doing any innovative things with your grant proposals, please let me know how you're doing it. I would love to hear that because I think it would be important for people to know. Let's innovate with our proposals. Let's look at some things that we can do that highlights us, that positions us and our organization. And I'm not just saying the writing, I'm talking about what the program is doing. Okay. What the initiative is doing. Okay. We've got to be innovative. We don't want to be stale. Okay. Do you want to eat snail? I said snail. Rodney, do you want to eat something that's molded, that's stale, some stale bread? No, you don't. I don't. You do. Okay, I don't think you do. Okay, so we don't want to do that. Now, I got Sharice definition. You gave me that definition. The process of bringing about ideas, methods, products, service, or solutions that have a significant positive impact and value. Yes, I love this one right here. Use a QR code in the proposal to see a video. I love that one. I love that one. Thank you, Bethany, for sharing that bright idea. Yes, and yes. Too many organizations are not taking advantage of that. So let me give you an idea what Bethany just shared. Listen, Bethany just dropped a gem on you guys with that one. Okay. Now, here's the beautiful thing about that. When you're doing a proposal, how all the proposal is what you're proposing to do. So how can we tell a better story with what we're proposing to do? Okay. One way is to tell a fuller story, and one way to tell a fuller story is when you use the power of storytelling. And a great way to do that is with video. The second largest search engine in the world, YouTube, okay, owned by Google. People turn to it. Now you can leverage that as she's sharing with you in the proposal. And I just absolutely love that one. That QV code is great because people are curious. People, human nature, people are nosy. Take advantage of it. Okay. How can you take advantage of it in your proposal? In your proposal, if you can lace it from time to time and show that if they see a proposal and you have a proposal, you got that QR code and it's going to something that's going to heighten their understanding of what you and your organization is about. They see that, they can be, oh, all the other ones didn't have this. What is this? What's this code right here? Then they get that little phone, they hit that little QR code, and they say, they're watching the video. So now you're telling a fuller story. So great. Bravo. Thanks for sharing that one, Bethany. Also, it involves transforming. This is the definition again, transforming creative concepts into tangible outcomes that improve efficiency. That's what we're talking about. Efficiency and effectiveness are address unmet needs. Yes, 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 yes. Great. Great. This is awesome. Okay. So we got some good ideas that are flowing here. We've got sight. Listen, I feel like I can see clearly now. Okay. I'm seeing clearly now because you guys we're thinking now. And that's what I want you to do. I want us to think. I don't want us to be going around here blind in our grand efforts. Now, let's take these blindfolders off and let's go to G because I'm almost at my H. And whoever guessed what H is going to be my winner for today. And you, my friend, are going to be leaving with the Raise More Funds grant. It's not even grant. It's just Raise More Fun affirmations. If you haven't checked it out, it's already over on Audible and it'll help you. Okay. Now, here's what we got. We've got the following. Let's talk about this G. What do you think this G is? Okay. What do you think this G is? Okay. We've got to have, we already said we got to have a strategy. We got to have innovation. We got to have this G. What do you think the G is for today? And let me get some guesses around here. Okay. Okay. Got Cynthia. Cynthia stepped to the plate and Mercy stepped to the plate. Both of y'all stepped to the plate and both of you guys gave me the right answer. Give them both a hand clap. Give them a virtual hand clap, somebody. They can't see you, but give them a virtual hand clap around there. Somebody drop it. Give them a pat in the back. There's your pat in the back, just in case I don't give you that virtual hand clap you deserve. Okay. So it's goal. Yes. Thank you, Bethany. It's goal. Okay. So we got to have goals that are smart. Okay. Goals that are smart. Okay. We want to write smart goals. Too many people are writing goals. Man, they don't know how to write goals. Listen, I look at the goals and I start shaking my head. Okay. You got to learn. That's one of the things that we do in our training is we go through detail of how to do highly effective goals. Okay. I'll just give you a clue right now. It's real easy. The acronym, the acronym, but even with people knowing the acronym, they still sometimes fumble as it relates to the goal. Somebody write down in the chat for me, please. What does SMART, the acronym for SMART? You already know what it is. That S stands for SMART. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic goals with a timeline. Okay. That's what it stands for. We got to thank you. There we go. We want this time. We want to make sure that we have it, even though people know it. Oftentimes they submit goals that are the opposite of that. Okay. And so you want to make sure that you're using and doing that with all your goals. Okay. We also want to have goals and we want to step back and ask ourselves, what's the goal of our proposal? Not enough people are doing that. What they do, they just start writing. We want to get a goal for what's the overarching goal? If there's just one major takeaway that I want the person that's reading this to get, what is that? Okay. That's what we want to be thinking about. And so now when we do that, now we're not walking around in the dark because we know we've got some light about where we are going, what the aim is. Take the time to do that before you start writing. If this is making sense, hit that like button over there if you haven't already. Listen, I'm sharing with you jewels around here. I want to see you win and I want to see you get funded. I got a letter from someone earlier this week. wrote me and let me know how they got their $100,000 grant. I was cheering them on. Bravo. There's more. There's more. Okay. Now, here's what we want to do. We want to keep going. Now, we're getting to that G. We've already gotten to the strategy. We've already gone to the innovation. We now are going over to hit that next one. And that next one is we've got the G. We've already said that we've got to have goals. Now, let's get to that H. Now, whoever gets this H is going to be my lucky winner for today as it relates to winning and getting the prize. And the prize, again, is the Raise More Funds affirmation that's over on Audible. You're going to get it today. I'm going to give it to you today, okay? I got help. Good guess. I got honesty. Good guess, okay? I'm still waiting. Those are good guesses. Feel free. You don't have to feel limited to just giving me one H. You can give me as many H's as you want. How? I like the how, but that's not the answer. Good guess, okay? Keep on going. Feel free to give me some more guesses about what you think the H is as it relates to your grant proposal. I got a how coming from Mercy as well as it relates to your grant proposal. Something that gives a sight, okay? And I'm going to give you some clues, okay? I'm going to give you some clues, okay? What's a good clue that I can give you? It begins with the letter H. That's a clue, okay? We want it to be, if I say this one, it's going to give it away. I don't want to give it away. I want you to think. I want you to stretch your mind as it relates to this, not this affirmation, but to this answer, okay? History, okay? Definitely with our proposals, we got to have history. Those are good ones. Honorary, those are good ones. But we've got to, not the answer though, but we want to definitely include the history. We got to include the history of the organization. But we've got to have this one in our proposal. And let me see if I can give you a clue. How can I give you a clue without giving away the answer? Humanitarian. I like humanitarian. We want to do some humanitarian type of things. Not the answer though. Good guesses. Okay. How do I say this? Okay. Let me throw this out. If I say this one, I'm giving it away. So get ready to type really quickly on this one, okay? Because once I say it, you're gonna have the answer, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, right, I knew that all along." Okay, here we go. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you this answer. I'm gonna give you this clue. The clue is this: imagine yourself walking down on the beach. Okay, you're walking on the beach. You're hearing the shores. You're hearing the crashing of the waves. Okay, you're having a good time. Your feet getting wet, getting a little water, and all of a sudden, you come to this place and you see these little rocks, these little almost pancake-like rocks, but they've been stacked right on top of each other, and they're lined up perfectly. I got a humble guess, good guess, not the answer though. That was your clue. That was your clue. The rocks are in perfect good. I got a human guess. No, not the guess. They're in perfect. Got my phone ringing over here. I can't talk right now, people. I'm in a session. Okay, so I got hot. Oh, I got the. Oh, well, who gave it to me first? It looks like our winner for the day is none other than John. Ladies and ladies and gentlemen, give John a big hand clap over there. Good answer. Yes, John, you got the answer first, and then you were followed by Cynthia and Bethany. Yes, harmony. The rocks are in perfect harmony. They're in balance. Okay. Now, what do you mean, Rodney, by my grant writing being in harmony? When we do our grant writing, we want those things to be working together. Okay. I think all three should get a copy. All three can get a copy. They just got to pay for it. The only one's getting today, Cynthia, is gonna be John. All right. He was the first one. Okay, he's the first one. I might be generous. I don't know, but right now it's John. All right. Here's the thing. We've got to take the time to make sure that your proposal is working together in harmony. We've got different sections of the proposal. Cynthia said no. Yes, Cynthia, no. Okay. We've got to make sure that everything is working in harmony. Okay. Everything is working in harmony. Okay. Now, by working in harmony, we've got the budget. We've got let's just talk about the different sections of the proposal. So type in what some of you that have been doing grant writing for a while, you know the different sections. Write some of the sections in that you know, just because we got different sections of the proposal. We got it. We got oftentimes they're going to be asking us for these things. They're going to be asking us, to tell us about the organization. They're going to be asking us to tell us about the history of the organization. They're going to be asking us questions such as the budget. Okay. If you haven't already, there's a video. I'm not going to do it in this training, but there's a whole 33-minute video that talks about how to write a grant proposal. It's about 33 minutes long. Over 200 some odd thousand people have already been helped by it. Go check that one out. They give you all the details of what goes in the proposal. But for now, with all those different parts, they've got to be working together. Okay. Executive summary. Yes. Even the executive summary, all those need to be working together to tell one consistent. What happens a lot of times, though, is that we've got the executive summary saying one thing. We got the budget saying something. We got the program description saying something else. And check this out. I've talked to funders. They've told me this directly. None of those things are coordinated with what your website's saying. Yes, your website. Okay. Now you may be saying, Rodney, I'm submitting a proposal, not my website. Okay. You can have that shallow thinking if you want to, and think that the funder is just looking at your proposal. You can think that if you want to, but again, if you're doing that, my friend, where am I going? I'm blind. Okay, that's you. Okay. If you're thinking that they're not looking at those other things, they're looking at those other things. And all of them should be telling a very consistent message. Is this helping anybody? I hope it is. I hope it is. John, by the way, John, my winner for today. John, here's what I want you to do. I want you to send me an email. Here's where I want you to send that email to, okay? Send me an email. Now, if you guys haven't already connected with me on LinkedIn, connect with me on LinkedIn. Just go over to LinkedIn and connect with me there, because sometimes I'll send information through that. But for now, I'm going to send this over to you. Send it to info@grantcentralusa.com. John, send me the best email to send this to. I'm going to send you that free promo code for raising more funds affirmation. Now, you need to take advantage of it within the next 3 days, because if you don't take advantage of it within the next 3 days, my team will come back and they'll be saying, hey, you can use this code, and they'll give your code away. I don't want to give your code away. Take advantage of it. Go get it today. All right. Now, with that being said, I've got one more thing to give you. I got a T to give you before I get ready to get out of here. Okay. I got a T to give you before I get ready to get out of here. Now, we've got, let's do the breakdown. Somebody type this in for me. Somebody type this in so I won't be all hunched over right now. Help me out, Bethany. Help me out, Cynthia. Somebody, Mercy, help me out. Somebody write down all the ones that we have so far, because we're getting sight. That's what we're doing today. We're getting sight. I once was blind, but whoa, now I can see. I can see the light of how to write a grant proposal and what I need to make sure I included in my grant proposal. Somebody write those down for me. Write the S down. We got sight. We got the I, innovation. We got the G for goals. We got the H for harmony. Just write down so everybody be able to see all of it for me, please. And then we got the T coming. The T. We need the T. Thank you, Sharice. We got the. Did you do that on your cell phone? Girl, you bad. I don't know who was on the cell phone. I think you said you was on the cell phone. You bad over there. You working. You got some Twitter fingers over there. You working that over there, girl. Good job. Okay, thank you. Now, let's get the T. We got to get the T over here. Thank you for doing that, Cynthia, as well. Okay, we got to get the T. What does this T stand for? We got a T here. We got to get the T. Now, this T is something that's going to be very important as it relates to your grant writing efforts overall. Time. Time is a good one. Time. Both of you guys are giving me time. Hey, Michelle, where are you coming from, Michelle? Welcome to. I didn't know you snuck in here. Where are you coming from, right, Michelle? Thank you for joining me, by the way. Time is very, very important as it relates to grant proposals. Okay, Mercy gave me time as well. Yes, time is very important as it relates to grant proposals. Okay, and I will say this: I don't think people budget enough time to do grant writing at the highest level. We got a lot of demands on us. Okay, we got a lot of demands, so we don't take enough time to really plan it out. So what happens? We end up having a rush job. Not the answer. Okay, Fairfield, Ohio, Ohio. No, that's I'm about to say Ohio, Iowa. Okay, Fairfield, Iowa. Thank you for joining me all the way from Fairfield. I'm glad that you're here today. Now we don't put enough time in. So I like the answer that you guys gave me with time. Is not the answer that I have for today. I'm going to give you something else. But while you've given me the importance of time, I want to just throw this out at you as a gem. And that is, we've got to budget our time better. Okay. Let me take a sip. Okay. We got to budget our time better. And when I say budget our time better, I mean, we want to make sure that we give ourselves ample time to do the best job possible. Notice I said the best job possible, not, I didn't say the rush job possible. Okay. I just did the rush job possible. Okay. Well, you can keep that. I ain't trying to get you to rush all the time. But we do have the T that CD, Miss Cynthia, has given us, and it is the T that I am looking for. Yes, she's given us that answer. Give you a pat on the back for that. Yes, the answer is transparency. Okay. We want to have a sense of transparency. Why? Why? Anybody want to take a guess why? Why? Why do we want to have a sense of transparency with our grant proposals? Mercy, what do you think? Sharice, what do you think around here? John, what do you think? Bethany, I know you're a very seasoned grant professional. What do you think? Okay, I don't want to talk at you. I just want to talk with you. I want us to have our conversation again. Okay. Okay, I got Michelle saying because grant givers want to know everything they're going to invest in. And I love the wording that you used there, Michelle. Thank you. She said, invest in. They are making an investment. Exactly. Okay. Now, do you want to invest in something you don't know? No. When you get ready to invest in stocks, what are you going to do? You're going to go investigate to make sure that what you're dealing with as best as possible is something that is credible. Credible. Okay. They're not going to give you no money at the bank. They want to check your credibility in the form of that FICO. What's your FICO? They want to know. So your organization has a reputation as well. So they want to know about that. I got also Cherie said builds trust. Yes. Yes, transparency, a level of transparency builds trust. We want to do that. Bethany says so that the reviewers can clearly see what is going on. Why are you reminding me of Marvin Gaye around? What's going on? Okay. Yes, they want to know what's going on. Okay. And John says you must give trust to donors through transparency. Absolutely. Great answer. They want to know that they're dealing with an agency, and that's why oftentimes they're going to be looking at your 990 form. They want to see, hey, what's really going on there? And notice when they on the 990 forms, Candid and the rest of them these days, they're ranking how much transparency you're showing. That's why they got those little badges up there. If you're not showing that much, you don't even get a badge. Okay. So again, here's what I'm encouraging you to do. The essence of what I'm saying today is, and you'll hear me, this is a ringing tune with me, is be exceptional in all of your grant efforts. Be exceptional. Why not? Why be average? The difference between you getting funded this much versus you getting funded that much has to do oftentimes with going the extra mile. Most people won't even go the first mile, let alone the extra mile. You can make it up in your mind today that you're going to go the extra mile and things begin to turn around for you. It turns around for you. It's the small little things, okay? It's the small little things. And those small little things, when you add up, here's how it works. When you add up this little small bit, this little small bit, this little small bit, and you start stringing together all of those going the extra miles, that little bit ends up being a whole lot. So here's my philosophy. I'm going to share it with you, and I hope that you'll think about it and see if it makes sense for you. Okay, here's my tidbit. My tidbit is every day I want to give my very best for that day. Okay. I'm not overly concerned myself with tomorrow. I'm not overly concerned myself with what happened in the past. All I'm focusing on is how can I, and my phone is ringing again. I can't talk to you right now. Okay. I'm busy. People, I'm busy. All right. Now, back to the matter at hand. And let me hit no on this. Can't talk. Okay. Now, I'm focused. So here we go. Here's the matter at hand. For today, how can I give my best today? Let tomorrow worry for itself. Let what happened back then. I'm concerned about today. And all I want to do is give my very, very best today. So that when I lay down and go to sleep, and I sleep good. Why? Because I gave my best today. That's all. I can't, you can't ask more from me than that, right? You can, but you're not going to get more. I'm going to give my very best today. And then guess what's going to happen? Tomorrow, I'm going to wake up with the goal of doing the same thing. Now, the best is going to fluctuate from day to day based upon different things, because if I'm not feeling well today, if I'm not feeling well physically, then my best may be at a different level, but did I still at where I was at health wise, maybe on that day, did I give my very best that I could on that day? Great. I'm good with that. I can live with that. Okay. So what I'm encouraging for you, my friend, is to think about, with your grant efforts, not cutting corners, but saying to yourself, how can I give my very best today in what I'm doing? Okay. And what I'm doing today. Okay. John gave me an answer. You must give trust to donors through transparency. Absolutely right. Okay. The more they trust you, and I'll throw on two other ones. The more they know, like, and trust you, there is a direct correlation with those three. KLT. Okay. Sounds like I'm about to say a television station. KLT. Welcome to KLT. Here's the thing. The more they know, like, and trust you. Thanks, John. I'll get that over to you real soon. Okay. The more they know, like, and trust you, the more you are going to get funded. Bottom line. The less they know, like, and trust you, the less money you're going to get. It's that simple. So a part of what your job is as a grant professional is to help them to get to know and like and trust you. How's your organization doing that? Okay. How is it doing it strategically? Okay. And we want to get systems in place that helps us to do that. All right. My time is just about to go out. I got to get out of here in the next 5 minutes. I want to share with you a couple of things. Now, remember, if you haven't already, go over right now and just go over to Audible right now. If you don't know what Audible is, it's a platform that allows you to be able to listen to your books. Audible.com. I just dropped it in the link in the chat. Go check it out. All you got to do there, go type in, when you go there, just type in either Rodney Walker or Mr. Grant Money. Either one will get it. And you'll see some of the resources that we have over there to help you. I'm getting ready to send John right now that Raise More Funds affirmation. Some of you have already heard it on the channel. There's some videos that has like a minute sample of it, but I want you to get those, grab some of those, use those to your advantage, because what's happening when you get those and you start listening to that, I've got 25 affirmations on there. And those 25 affirmations are affirmations that I'm going to be encouraging you to listen to daily as you're doing your grant efforts. Okay. When you do that, it's going to help you, and it's going to help you to think differently. Okay. Got John here. Hey, yes, Glad you could be here, John. Glad. Hope you're giving your best tomorrow. Okay. If it doesn't come, okay. Yes, 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 yes. That's all you got to do. Just the best for that day. Okay. You received. Okay. I had to receive the grant money before. Okay. I filled the application because the bank and the CEO trust me. Yes, yes, John. So you said, John, listen to John's story here. I love it. John said, I received the grant money before I filled out the grant application. Now, some of you didn't even know you could get a grant application. You can get grant funding almost before you ever even wrote or write one word on the proposal. John just gave you an example of that. Okay. I already knew it happened. He just gave you a tangible example of that. Why? Because of the relationship that he had with the CEO of a bank. Okay. There was already trust that was established. And that's what we're talking about. How can we listen? Here's the word. Let me write this word down. And again, write this word down. I want to be telling you about it as I'm winding up. Make sure you go check out these two, because when you listen to the essence of what I'm saying in some of these, he's talking about relationships. He's talking about relationships. He's sharing with you, hey, how do you build those relationships? And the other thing is, in some of this, there's some action steps with some of the exercises that are leading you in that direction. Some of your, for example, let me give you an example. There's a story in here. Some of your organizations right now, you have a unity problem. Okay. There's a whole section here sharing with you about how you can build more unity within your agency. Steps of stuff that you cannot just read about, but stuff that you can go and do. So here's the thing. John's situation, he had a relationship with the banker and it turned into money. So here's the word. I'm going to give you the word right now. The magic word. Mercy, are you ready? Sharice, are you ready? Michelle, you still there? Are you ready? Hit Y if you're still there. Let me know. Let me know around here. Bethany, you still there? Just hit Y. Let me know. Let me know you're still here. I want to make sure you're still here. If you're still here, hit that Y. If you are, here's the thing. And I'm waiting. I'm trying to see if you guys are still here. Okay? You're here. I got you. Okay, Sharice, still here. You're ready. Okay. Here's the word. Here's the word for today. And I didn't see anything from Mercy. I didn't see anything. Dr. B, are you still here, Barbara? Did you leave me around here? Bethany, did you leave me hanging? Okay. Michelle's still here. Okay, great. Okay. All right, great. Here's the word for today. Here's the word. Okay. We've already got one word, which is sight. We got the acronym. Okay. Thank you, Jay. Okay. Here's the word that I want you to write somewhere. I want you to go write this somewhere large. Just write it somewhere large, because it will help you with your grant efforts. Okay. I got Bethany saying, let's go. Okay. She's like, come on, Rodney, let's go around here. Dr. B is still here. Thank you, Bob. Okay. Here's the word. Okay. The word begins with the letter F, and it is a simple word that I want you to remember, because this is what you're in the business of. You are in the business of friend raising. Did you get that? Friend raising. You are a friend raiser. Okay. Those who are making the most money, let's toast to that. Friend raisers. I'm a professional friend raiser that happens to do grant writing. Because when you start approaching it from that standpoint, my friend, that you're in the business of raising friends, you're going to start approaching this differently. Did you catch that? Listen, how many grants can you write in a day? Okay, so many. But how many friends can you raise? Okay. How many friends can you raise? All right. Glad you love that, Sharice. How can you raise friends better? Okay. Now, all you got to ask yourself is, what do you like? People, who are your closest friends? What do they do that keep them in that friend area with you? Because there are things that friends do. And if they're not your friends, people that your enemies, listen, we don't want to be unknown. Friends know each other. There's a level of trust there. So we want to think about, how can we do more friend raising with those that we're seeking funds for? Okay. We could go on and on. I got less than a minute. I got a minute before I got to get out of here. Okay. Now, I'm not taking any questions today. I was hoping to have time to take questions, but I talked too much today. Okay. We had some good interaction. It was good getting a chance to hang with you. Some of you know that you need more guidance and more direction. And I want to be encouraging you, if you haven't already, go over to grantcentralusa.com and check out some trainings that we have over there. I'm going to give you a free training that you should definitely check out. We talked about strategic grant right. We talked about being strategic in our grant efforts. I want to encourage you to go to strategicgrantwriting.com. I have an on-demand training that takes place. And that training is going to help you to be more strategic. Go sign up for it. It's worth it. Okay. I'm going to give you the framework that I use for being strategic. What does that look like? Okay. We've just listen, trust me when I tell you, we've just scratched the surface. This is my free content. Okay. So just know if I'm giving you this on my free, and you can just imagine what it's like on that end. Okay. I give you my best, because remember, every day my goal is to come in and give my very best. I can sleep with the rest. Okay. If I give my best, I want to encourage you to give your best. So that calls for you being exceptional. And that calls for you to do these three things: be brave, be bold, and be brilliant. So finally, I want you to take charge. And my friend, thank you for giving me the gift of your time. I appreciate that. And I look forward to working with you soon. If it makes sense, don't forget July the 2nd and the 3rd. I'm going to be teaching grant writing online. We limit that to no more than 5 in our cohort. That allows us to teach you grant writing. It's a virtual, just like we're kind of doing right here, but it's in a Zoom. And we're going to have a great time. I'm going to be sharing some more tips to help you to get funded. John, keep an eye out. I'll be sending you over in just a minute or so that information so that you can get your code. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a great day. Remember, be brave, be bold, be brilliant. And my friend, go take charge. Bye-bye.